Here.
Adam Webb.
Here.
Mark Ham.
Here. Would you stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we'll move to item 2, which is our consent docket. A is receive and approve the minutes of the regular city council meeting held July 3rd, 2023. B, accept a 10-foot drainage and utility easement from Mongold Properties, LLC, Kirby Mongold, located east of Sooner Road and south of Southeast 34th Street to serve the Hills at Timber Creek addition. C, accept a 15-foot sanitary sewer easement from Premium Land, LLC, Tabor, LeBlanc, located west of Broadway Avenue and north of Southeast 34th Street to serve the Broadmoor Heights addition, Section 2. D, reappoint Chad Burks and Kenneth Jarma to a 3-year term on the Planning Commission. Item E is accept a 600 square foot of temporary construction easement from the 19th Hole Properties, LLC, for construction of the Eastern Avenue Phase 2 project located on Eastern Avenue, Southeast 4th Street to Northeast 19th Street. Item F is approve reestablishment and moving expenses in the amount of $91,010.37 for relocation of the Tillison Cabinet Company Incorporated, a displaced business currently located at 137 Southeast 4th Street for the construction maintenance of Southeast 4th Street Railroad Underpass project. The federal law requires payment for relocation under the Uniform Relocation Assistance and Real Property Acquisition Policies Act of 1970, the Uniform Act, as amended. Item G is accept the Ward 3 Residential Street Improvement Project as constructed by Nash Construction Company in the final amount of $1,477,965.78. and implement the 2-year maintenance bond effectively July 1st, 2023. Item H is approve FY24 dues to the Association of Central Oklahoma Governments, ACOG, in the amount of $47,790. And item I, approve and ratify claims and expenditures for FY 2022-23 in the amount of $3,281,645.65, and approve and ratify claims and expenditures for fiscal year 2023-24 in the amount of $118,635.72.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, we've had the motion and a second. Would you call the vote, please?
Jason Blair.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Consent docket passes. Item 3 is consider action, receive bids, and consider for approval or rejection, resolution number 5523, awarding $6,050,000 the City of Moore, Oklahoma general obligation bonds of 2023 to bidder whose bid is determined to offer the lowest interest cost.
Vice Mayor and Council, this is the bond issue for the animal shelter. Chris Gander's passing out the results of the bid, and Terry Hawkins, our bond counsel, is also here to answer any questions.
So you have two resolutions relating to the bonds. One is awarding to the low bidder, and then the second is actually the authorization of the issuance of the debt. So what I set in front of you were the bid results. We received 3 bids today. The low bid was Robert W. Baird at a 3.1471%. Really happy with the bid. Also 3 bids is sufficient that we know it's a good bid. There's a Sapulpa, City of Sapulpa deal sold today that was substantially higher rate than this. They're 1 notch lower than your rating. You're a AA-. Sapulpa's an A+, so it's just 1 notch down. But between the bids we received and the ones we saw in Sapulpa, we're really happy with the bids and recommend you guys award the bonds to Robert W. Baird.
Looks a lot different than it did a year and a half ago.
Yeah, it does.
Man, make motion to approve.
Second.
All right, we've had a motion and a second. Would you call the vote, please?
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Jason Blair.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, item passes. Item 4 is consider action approval or rejection of resolution number 5623, providing for the issuance of the general obligation bonds of 2023 in the sum of $6,050,000 by the city of Moore, Oklahoma, authorized at an election duly called and held for such purposes on November 9th, 2021, prescribing form of bonds, providing for registration thereof, providing levy of an annual tax for the payment of principal and interest on the same, designating said bonds as qualified tax exempt obligations for the purpose of Section 265B3B of the Internal Revenue Code, and fixing other details of the issue.
Vice Mayor and Council, this is the companion item. Recommend approval.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, we've had a motion and a second. Would you call the vote, please?
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Jason Blair.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, item carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Item 5 is consider approval of 3 lot splits located in the southeast quarter section of 29, Township 10 North, Rural 2 W being north of Southeast 34th Street, east of Sooner Drive. Application by Patriot Custom Homes, LLC, Josh Puckett. In a minute, Elizabeth's going to make a presentation, and you're welcome to.
Yes, Vice Mayor and Council, this property is zoned A2 Suburban Agricultural District, and it's currently 25 acres in size. The applicant wishes to split this property 3 times, as is allowed by city code, to create 4 separate lots, and he's intending to sell the property. The lots would range in size from 4 to 10 acres, which does conform with the A2 zoning requirements. Just should note that there is significant floodplain, and the floodplain is unstudied. That impacts tracks 3 and 4. The map is on 110 of your packet. Just to note that no development can occur within a floodplain without city and FEMA approvals, and any crossings within this unstudied floodplain, like driveways, would have to be designed by an engineer and approved by the city's consulting engineer. Access is provided by Sooner Drive. It's a rural roadway that currently serves 12 individual homes. And if this lot split is approved, the 3 new lots would be accessed through a private access easement that extends off the private drive. And as such, a private access and maintenance agreement for the private roadway would be required to be filed at Cleveland County. So there would be no questions in the future as to who maintains this drive. With all of that, this does comply with our subdivision regulations, and recommend approval of this application.
Does the roadway tie in on the north end or the south end?
The roadway
Middle.
the roadway ties in, if you're looking at page 110 of your packet, it does tie in at about tract 1.
Okay.
And then you can see there's a 40-foot road and utility easement that they're then taking up to connect up with tract 4.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve.
Do you want to say anything?
Did you? Okay,
Okay.
very good.
I'll second.
All right, we've had a motion and a second. No other discussion. Would you call for the vote, please?
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Jason Blair.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item passes. Thank you. Item 6, consider adopting resolution number 5723, modifying the policy for the appointment of members to fill vacancies in the city council, board of commissions, positions of the city of Moore, effective upon approval and remaining in effect until modified, amended, or repealed, and repealing any prior policies regarding the filling of vacancies of these positions.
Vice Mayor and Council, the resolution changes what was done back in 2017, I believe, where there was an actual 45-day period to fill a council seat. This shortens that to 10 days to take applications, so therefore we would be able to fill a council seat within the first or second council meeting after tonight. Recommend approval.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Are we going to put in there what that board would look like, or the committee that would be put together to,
We'll do that at the next meeting.
okay. Okay. We've had a motion and a second. Would you call the vote, please?
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, item passes. Item 7 is consider posting notice of Ward 1 City Council vacancy effective July 18th, 2023, in the manner described by Resolution Number 5723.
Vice Mayor and Council, this just authorizes the posting for tomorrow for the 10-day period. Recommend approval.
And can you remind us where it'll all be posted?
Be posted on the website and our social media.
Yep.
So,
And also here at City Hall, it'll be posted up.
Bulletin
Okay,
board?
perfect.
Okay, very good.
Make a motion to approve?
Second?
Okay, we've had a motion and a second. Would you call for the vote?
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, item passes. Item 8 is consider amendment to a contract with with SJ Innovations LLC, doing business as Computer System Designers, CSD, to provide security officers at the station.
Vice Mayor and Council, this is the company that retired Police Captain Keith Toll's family runs. And what this does tonight is it increases the rate of the security guards from $30 to $40 an hour, which is the going rate pretty much in the city of Moore. Recommend approval.
Make a motion to approve?
Second.
Okay, we have had a motion and a second. Would you call the vote, please?
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, item carries. Bring us to item 9 is consider approval of a $50,000 earnest money payment for the purchase of property located at 2001 North Moore Avenue.
Vice Mayor and Council, this is the building that I've sent numerous emails to you over the last couple of months about potentially purchasing this building in lieu of constructing Phase 2 at the Public Works facility. The actual purchase price of the building would be $900,000. This would be the $50,000 earnest money to execute the contract. There's still some cleanup things that need to be done, just to make sure that the building is in the condition that we think it is. If it's not, then of course we can withdraw from the contract. But this would be good for the Streets Division of Public Works, provide us with some more space that's needed. Recommend approval.
All right, is there any discussion?
Make a motion to approve?
Second.
We have had a motion and a second. Would you call the vote?
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, item carries. Bring us to number 10 is consider approval of a contract with Guest Construction and Remodeling LLC for remodeling of the men's and women's showers area floors at the Station Recreation Center in the amount of $12,760.
Vice Mayor and Council, this is a budgeted item to repair drainage issues in the station's men's and women's restrooms. It's just a pitch and angle issue that they're repairing. I recommend approval.
So will they have to redo the whole floor? or
No,
is it
just the
a-
part that drains out of the showers.
All right.
You know, this, I thought this came before us once before. Have
This
we-
is a contract.
Well, have we done, not this particular, but this issue?
I think that was Buck Thomas. I think
The
we
bathrooms.
discussed the bathrooms out
Kids
there.
put rocks, yeah,
Okay,
maybe that's.
Yes, because I don't think this was.
okay. right.
Make a motion, we approve.
Second?
Get it fixed. We've had a motion and a second. Would you call the vote?
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item passes. Item 11 is consider resolution number 5423, adopting the 2023 annual action plan for the Community Development Block Grant Program and authorizing the mayor to submit the plan to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development.
Vice Mayor and Council, the city's been awarded $343,817 for its annual CDBG entitlement allocation. It's estimated that $15,000 from last year will be rolled over, making a total of $358,817 available this year. Administration is recommended to be funded at $68,763. Out of these funds, $5,500 has been budgeted for fair housing services provided by Metropolitan Fair Housing. Public Services is recommended to be funded at $51,572. The funding recommendations are as follows. Aging Services to be funded at $19,000 for Meals on Wheels, $7,000 to Bethesda for Counseling for Children, $7,000 to Mary Abbott's Children's House for forensic interviews for abused children, $5,000 to the First United Methodist Church First Street Outreach Program, providing food and clothing to homeless, $12,000 to More Youth and Family for an early intervention program in the school system and a first-time offender program, and $1,572 to St. Vincent de Paul for a utility and rental assistance program. The Virtue Center will also be awarded $9,980 that will be funded out of the CDBG COVID funding for substance abuse counseling. A total of 588 residents are estimated to receive these services. An emergency repair program administered by Rose Rock Habitat for Humanity is recommended to be funded at $30,000. And the infrastructure project recommended to be funded at $208,482 will consist of a sewer line rehabilitation project in the Southgate neighborhood. 64 households will be benefited from this project. If there are any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, we have had a motion and a second. Would you call the vote?
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item carries. Thank you and all the work you do. Consider approval of a contract with Tuasnua Lawn and Landscape for a budgeted temporary employee service.
Good evening, Vice Mayor and Council. Items 12 and 13 are kind of related. These contracts are for temporary employment services, and this will enable us get temporary employees to help us with our right-of-way and drainage channel mowing.
All right,
Very good, thank you.
that's needed.
Make a motion to approve?
Second.
We have had a motion and a second?
Second.
Oh, did we? Yeah?
May I-
Somebody did,
No,
okay.
sorry, Louis. I'll second Louis' second.
All right. We have got that covered. Would you call the vote, please?
Louis Williams,
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item carries. Item 13 is consider approval of a contract with Express Employment Professionals for budgeted temporary employee service.
Make a
Vice-
motion that we approve.
Second.
All right, motion and a second. Would you call the vote?
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item
Thank you.
carries. Thank you. Item 14, consider approval of ordinance number 1032-23, amending section 4-105, Part 4, Animals, Chapter 1, General Provisions, Article A, Animal Regulations, by providing for a registration period to qualify for an exemption for the keeping and raising of swine and removing the size and weight limits of swine, providing for severability and providing for a repealer.
Vice Mayor and Council, this is our new keeping of swine and other livestock ordinance that we've been working on for a while. This ordinance is going to continue prohibiting swine and livestock outside of A1 and A2, but it is allowing a grandfather clause to allow individuals that currently own swine currently to continue to keep their registered pet. We also removed the size and weight restrictions in case they're grandfathered in and the pet continues to grow and it then exceeds what our limitations are. They will still be grandfathered in regardless of that. Like I said, we removed the
Have to
weight
be
size.
one of the small breeds though, right?
That is correct. Just the pot-bellied pigs are allowed. In order to be grandfathered in, they have to have owned the swine before February 1 of 2023, and they have to come into our animal control and register the animal before October the 1st, which gives them enough time to do that, to be grandfathered in. Recommend approval.
Make a motion we approve.
Second.
Okay, we have had a motion and a second. Would you call the vote?
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams,
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item passes. At this time, we will recess the city council meeting and convene the Moore Public Works Authority meeting. Item 15 is the consent docket. Receive and approve the minutes of the regular Moore Public Works meeting, Public Works Authority meeting held July 3rd, 2023. And B is approve and ratify claims and expenditures for FY 2022-23 in the amount of $23,243.60, and approve and ratify claims and expenditures for FY 2023-2024 in the amount of $682,171.02.
Motion to approve?
Second?
All right, had a motion and a second, and call the vote.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Consent docket passes. Item 16 is consider renewal of an actuary, thank you. I practiced that even. Actuary service agreement with Select Actuary Services for a period of 3 years and the amount of $9,500 per year.
Vice Mayor and Council, this is a renewal of our agreement with Select Actuarial Services. They have provided actuarial services for us since 2001, believe it or not. They've always done an excellent job for us. We use this report for budgeting purposes and for our audit report. This amount has gone up. In the past, it was $9,000. It's gone up $500, and I think that's reasonable. Recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second?
Okay, we've had a motion and a second. Would you call the vote?
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, item passes. Item 17 is consider authorizing the purchase of 1,404 polycarts from Sierra Container Group in the amount of $87,054.80 as the most reasonable quote.
Vice Mayor and Council, this is for the purchase of 2 orders of polycarts, and this will be used for new service orders, replacements, and people who need additional carts. We solicited quotes from 3 companies, and Sierra was the most responsible.
Okay. Make a motion, we approve?
Second.
Okay, we've had a motion and a second. You can call the vote.
Louis Williams,
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, item passes. At this point, we'll recess the Moore Public Works Authority meeting and convene the Moore Risk Management meeting. Item 18 is the consent docket. A, receive and approve the minutes of the regular Moore Risk Management meeting held July 3rd, 2023. And item B is approve and ratify claims and expenditures for FY 2022-2023 in the amount of $186,404.31.
Motion to approve?
Second.
We've had a motion and a second. Would you call the vote?
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item passes. We will now recess the Moore Risk Management meeting and convene the Moore Economic Development Authority meeting.
We call the roll, please.
Jason Blair,
Here.
Glenn Lewis, Louis Williams,
Here.
Adam Webb,
Here?
Mark Ham,
Here.
Melissa Hunt.
Here. Consent doc, receive and approve the minutes of the regular Moore Economic Development Authority meeting held June 19th, 2023.
Motion to approve?
Second?
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
Louis Williams,
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes. We'll now recess the Moore Economic Development Authority meeting and reconvene the city council meeting.
Okay. Item 21, new business, citizens forum for items not on the agenda. Is anyone here that would like to speak on something? Item B will be the items from the city council trustees. Anybody have anything? And item C is items from the city trust manager.
Just want to let the council know that this Wednesday through Friday, I'll be attending the city manager's summer conference in Broken Arrow. And just a reminder, tomorrow night, we have the town hall meeting regarding proposed street projects at 7 o'clock at the station.
Okay, I'd encourage, well, most everybody in here will probably be there, but if you're watching, attend. It'll be a real informative meeting. And item 22 is adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second? Call the vote.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams,
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, we're adjourned. Thanks, everybody.